Well, we're going to be picking out the pair of grips that I'm going to use for my new uh, purchase. No, I have not picked it up yet, although I did get the call. It's in today. And yes, yeah, Jack JW now has a 3840 single action revolver. So we're going to check it out. And so hopefully, when I go down there and look at it, hopefully it's the, what I wanted and discussed. So when they gave me the price points, that's what I kind of, went for, so hopefully this all works out. But anyway, as I was thinking, I was like, okay, well, we got to figure out what grips I'm going to use. And I got a set here aside, but also wanted to go into my personal stash of my grips that I've made. And those of you guys that know, I've been making these grips, but some of them are, again, some sticky stuff that doesn't quite cure on the side. So this is kind of my ones that I kind of collected. So this is actually a set I picked out. I actually formed them, and so they kind of come together flush. And that's one of the things is it may not some of them may not put when you put them together like this, they may not line up, or that you just got to heat them up a little bit with a heat gun and kind of put them flat on a flat surface, and maybe lightly put something on the top of it and put like a soft clamp on it, and it'll straighten out. It's mainly because when you're dealing with the material and everything, it kind of tends to warp a little bit. So I did pick out these. These are a lot more on the mellow yellow side, not so dark, but they do have a lot of really cool imperfections that I like. And again, when I first started doing this, you guys remember, you guys been around my channel, I really wanted to leave a lot of imperfections into the castings and stuff, because ultimately, got to remember back to the basics. What are we trying to simulate here? Bone, ivory, like John Wayne stuff. When you pick up something by one of the major name factories, and I'm not knocking them, but when they're all perfect and everything's symmetrical, it kind of, you can tell it's fake. But when you got some of these like this is actually a set that I had on a gun. It just popped apart. I got to epoxy them. But check that out. This is a set I've already fitted to the gun. I just got to do it again, re-glue it. But the age and wear on this is amazing, especially with all the hairline cracking going on there, that you take a Q-tip and stain it a little bit, and it'll certainly have the character to it. And these are really old looking set. I really wanted to replicate a lot of his grips from the Shootist. That's really, I thought, was the most impressive looking grips. This is like more of your standard. Let's see, I got another matching pair to this one. Just got to kind of dig through, figure out where it might be. Here's the matching set to this one. This is more of the. It's more closer to, like, I guess what is coming on the Rooster Shooter now. If you were to go buy it now, this is kind of a set that looks more close to what's on it. Of course, minus the finger grooves, did not put them on this one. But, this is a set. Again, this is all hand done, hand shaped and fitted and all that to the size. And of course, they're oversized so that you have to actually size it to your frame. But, I never intended on this really becoming what it is, but it's kind of neat. I had, like, I like having two different kind of looks, where one side may not be identical to the other. Finger grooves here, you got a little bit more of a larger finger groove on the bottom, versus where I started to do some ones where they were mostly, offset a little bit, and it kind of had a better look to it, I thought, to add it to this. This is kind of more of the plain mellow yellow style. I had these on one of the grips for a long time. This was, I don't even know if the other side is still here or if it broke. But I believe this was here it is. Yeah, if I recall, this is the set that's on the picture that I used for a long time on the channel. This was the profile picture I think was used with these, and also a lot of the early videos of the single action Cimarron that I had. These were the ones that were on there, and these are fitted already, ready to pop on there. I think they just need to be re-glued back on with the block and everything. The block is just pretty much easy. You just cut that out of some kind of hardwood. I was very fortunate at the time to have the belt sander to shape it down, but you can do that pretty, just get like, I would, you could just use like a piece of some sort of soft wood that would shave down real easily with some heavy grit sandpaper, a flat surface. It might take you a little while, but you can do it. This is actually a hardwood that my buddy had that was a carpenter. He cut a bunch of these pieces for me. Of course, now I have none, but when I actually need it, and here, see, this one's got a lot more going on, a lot more character, definitely a lot more cracking on the surface there, and the backs haven't been cleaned up. And when you clean up the back, of course, you get a little bit more of a cleaner finish on the back. This is a set of definitely a lot more lighter colored ones that I really like. I never did fit these to a gun, but these are really light colored, and just all the different specs in it and everything. You can see all the different character markings. I don't know how well it shows up on video, but in person they're really impressive. It really does look very close to bone. You can see on the edges here where all those little indentations and um, character and all that stuff to me helps make it more believable that it is aged ivory. So I just remember that was the main thing to accomplish here. That's actually a really nice set right there. I don't even know if it's got its matching side. It might. That might be it right there. Yeah, I think that's it right there. That's its matching side, and they actually do kind of go together almost perfectly. Maybe a little bit on the back. Usually where I have the most trouble in getting these things to match is right here on the edge here, and it's just because of the castings. But if you heat it up, again, if you heat it up with like a hair dryer or a heat gun, works better. And you can actually push them, push these flat onto a surface, like a really flat surface on a table or something, and they will form back symmetrical like that, this flat surface. So that's actually a nice pair. That's not bad at all. I haven't actually dug into this pile for a while. I just kind of was looking for it, but like I said, I just got this new purchase for myself. It's kind of a Christmas kind of birthday gift for myself, so that's what I got. I did want to get a 3840 because of all the intrigue in it and everything, and I believe the Duke had one. So uh, I'm gonna use this. I might use that too. I might put those together. But anyway, I wanted to dig into the old pile of grips and check it out and look at what I got. And I think I'll choose this pair to actually put on there. This is a pair that actually, this is a nice pair because these are on a Google image. They're constantly, if you Google image my, Batjack JW grips, there's a picture of these, a really nice picture of them. They really, stand out. I think I had them on like a black background or something like that, there is an image of those, and they're pretty, uh, cool looking. I really do. I like the way they turned out. Had these ones for a while. It's got the discoloration. It's got the kind of tobacco color looking discoloration, and it does have the imperfections that I like around here, and some definite right there on the back, and then it does have the superficial looking cracking on the surface there. So I do like this set. I probably will fit these to my gun, and it'll be sad to kind of fit them and chop them because they're kind of a classic image. And I remember I think these hit the ground and they actually broke on the end there. But you know what? That adds to the coolness to it. I'll age that myself, and I'll make it look like it happened during some kind of skirmish between trying to get you know maybe trying to get Cardona back in place of Ketchum. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Like, share, and subscribe, and keep tuned in because you'll see it first when I go to pick it up. Again, they called me today. It arrived. Hopefully, when I go down there, I'll probably head down there this weekend and go look at it. And hopefully, it's everything. Again, it's the price. They quoted me a price, so hopefully that's the price they stuck to because they were concerned if they had to get it either from Cimarron or Taylor's and Co. So I'm hoping that price didn't really jump up to me too bad because I kind of did this with that price that they quoted me in mind. So if it all works out, I'll have it. But hopefully it will. I don't see a problem that it won't. But you never know. But anyway, I think I'll choose those and put those on there.